Good morning. This is Anika from Living for Later. And this morning, I just wanted to share a thought with you on if he does it, tell it, the power of our testimony. This morning, I was reading in Mark 5 of how Jesus healed the man that was demon possessed. And, for years, they would try to bound this man with chains, and the spirits in him were so strong that they would break free, that the man would be able to break free, and he would wander among the tombs. And I just can only imagine what torment he was feeling. And when Jesus came into all of this changed. Before Jesus could even approach the man saw him and ran to Jesus. And the short of the story is Jesus asked the spirits that were in the man, "What's your name?" And they said, "Legion, because we are many." And Jesus ends up casting out these demons, and you know gave the demons permission to go into a herd of swines. And ultimately, the man was delivered and clothed in his right mind. And what amazes me about this passage is that after Jesus gets ready to leave the town, in verse 20, no, verse 18, it says, Mark chapter 5, verse 18, it says, "When Jesus got back into the boat, the man who had been demon possessed begged to go too. But Jesus said, 'No, go home to your friends and tell them what wonderful things the Lord has done for you and how merciful he has been.' So the man started off to visit the 10 towns of that region and began to tell everyone about the great things Jesus had done for him. And everyone was amazed at what he told them." Now, what amazes me is that Jesus didn't say, "Okay, come on, come with me." Jesus is like, "No, go back and evangelize those that knew you before I delivered you." He says, "No, don't come with me. That defeats the purpose. When I do something for you, it's not for you to stay within your nice little Christian circles and not go out and share." And I think sometimes when Jesus does things for us, there's so much shame attached to it because we don't realize how he has already delivered us. So there's no need for us to be ashamed. So sometimes we hold on to our testimonies. We don't want to share what Jesus has done. Now, we may share it within our little circles, but we don't go out and share with others. And Jesus is saying, listen, if I did it, tell it. And this is such an encouragement for me, because when I'm willing to tell it, it gives glory to God and it silences the enemy. Now, if I hesitate to tell, which I've been guilty of, that shows me that sometimes that there's just too much pride that's still there. There's not humility enough, because we want people to see how we are now, and we don't want them to recognize that we were really a mess before. So today I encourage you to be transparent, to recognize that your testimony is not something for you to hold on to. It's something for you to share with others so that they too can be blessed and recognize that, listen, if Jesus delivered her, certainly he can deliver me. So again, I just want to end with the thought: if he did it, tell it. Don't hold on to your testimony. God bless. Now, if I could find the pause button.